Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Saktamana Prathya Jugam Junjan Madasraya Asangsayang Samagrang Mam Jatha Gyasasi Tachina. Krishna, Bhagavan, the Supreme. Bhagavan means, Bhaga means opulence. Just like we use the word Bhagavan. From this Bhagya, fortune, comes from the word Bhaga. So, personally, the Supreme Bhagavan or Bhagavan. Bhagavan is never unfortunate. If somebody claims that he is Bhagavan, but Bhagavan is never unfortunate. He is always fortunate. Saraiti Bhagangana. There are 6 kinds of opulences which one possesses in full. He is called Bhagavan. There is meaning. So, we have several times explained Vaishajyasya Samagrasya Bijasya Jasasya Sriya, the Supreme Personality of God.It, because He is the proprietor of all wealth, Sarvaloka Maheswaram, He is the proprietor of all the planets, all the universes. So who can be fortunate than Him? Bhoktaram Jagadavasam Sarvaloka Maheswaram. If you have got 1 lakh shillings or 10 lakh shillings, we think we have become very rich. But Krishna says, Sarvaloka Maheswaram. I am the proprietor of all the planets. Who can become richer than Him? Therefore He is Bhagavan. The highest rich man, the richest person is called Bhagavan. Nobody can claim that he is the richest. That is not possible. So one who claims that I am the richest, nobody is equal to me, and nobody is greater than me, he is Bhagavan. Matta parataram nanyat kinchidasya dhananya. Nobody is greater than me. That is Bhagavan. Bhagavan cannot be so cheap that anyone can claim that I am God, I am Bhagavan. That is cheating. He must prove, first of all, that he is the richest of everyone. Not only richest, Vaishajyasya Samagrasya Bijasya, in strength also. Bijasya. Bijasya Jasasa, also reputation. Now Krishna is, at least in this material world, in this planet, now everyone knows Krishna. Who is such a person who is so famous all over the world? Especially since we have started this Krishna consciousness movement, anywhere we go, they chant Hare Krishna. As soon as they see us, our men, jokingly or seriously, they chant Hare Krishna. When I was first coming to Nairobi from London, the plane stopped at Athens at 12 o'clock at night. So we got down and was in the public room, and some young man, immediately they began to chant Hare Krishna at 12 o'clock. So Krishna is so famous. At 12 o'clock in Athens, who is such a person within this world? This is Bhagavan. Aishajyasya samagrasya bijyasya jasasa. Jasa means reputation. He is so reputed. Anywhere Krishna is known. So jasasa sriya. Sriya, beauty. Krishna is so beautiful, nobody can surpass him. Kandatpa koti kamaniya visesha sobham. Although he is blackish, but he is so beautiful. He enchants the most beautiful Radharan. So, Aishajyasya samagasya bijyasya jasasa sriya. Sri means beauty. He is so beautiful, therefore his name is Krishna. On account of his beauty, he attracts everyone. Beauty attracts. So, nobody can be more beautiful than Krishna. Aishajyasya jasasa sriya, jnana. Not only he is beautiful, just like a flower, very beautiful to see, but no good smell, no aroma, useless. So Krishna is not only beautiful, but he is the most wise. His book, Bhagavad Gita, 5,000 years ago he spoke. Still big scholars, religionists, philosophers, they are studying. This is called jnana. Aishajyasya samagrasya bijyasya jasasa sriya jnana. And vairagya. Vairagya means renouncement. So Krishna claims that he is the proprietor of all the planets. But if you think, where is Krishna? Let me find out he is the proprietor. That you cannot find out. Vairagya. Although he is the proprietor of all the planets, you won't find him within this material world. Although his authority is going on. Just like the president of your country is not to be seen everywhere, but his authority is going on. Masthani sarvabhutani nahang teshu avasthita. Everything is situated on Krishna's opulence. But not that you will find Krishna there. You will find Krishna there when you are advanced. Otherwise, you will not find. Masthani sarvabhutani nahang teshu avasthita. In Krishna is situated everything. But still you cannot see in Krishna unless you have got eyes to see. That is Krishna consciousness movement, to give you the eyes to see Krishna everywhere. So how this thing can be done? So if you are serious, then you can see Krishna. So that Krishna is advising in this verse, in the 7th chapter, or throughout the whole Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is instructing us how to understand Him. That is our only business. This human form of life is meant for understanding Krishna, because we are very thickly related with Krishna, just like father and the son. This relation cannot be broken. Maybe son is out of home, son may have forgotten, but Krishna, the Supreme Father, He does not forget. He comes. Yada yada hi dhanmasya glani bhavati bharata. tadatmanam srijamiham. So Krishna is so kind that he has come to explain himself, what he is. We should take advantage of it, because this human form of life is meant for understanding Krishna. Athata Brahma Jigyasa, that is the Vedanta Sutra. Now you should inquire of the absolute truth. In the Bhagavad also it is said, Jivasya tattva jigyasa nasceha jat karma vi. Jivasya, all living entities, especially the human being, his only business is inquire about the absolute knowledge, Krishna. But we are missing the opportunity. Nature has given us the opportunity. Possessing this human form of body, after evolution, 8,300,000 different types of bodies. But there is no cultivation of this knowledge, how this evolution is taking place, how many different species of life there are. We can see, but we don't see very seriously. I see there is a tree in front of my house, and it is also a living entity. I am also a living entity. I have got very nice house, apartment, living very comfortably. And the other living being, the tree, a few years from me, he cannot move an inch. He has to stand up in scorching heat and cold. He cannot protest if you cut. He cannot cry. Of course he feels, but he cannot do anything. So this is also life, and I am also life. So why these differences? But they do not consider how he has got this life and how I have got this life. There is no university education. Where from they are coming? No knowledge. Still they are passing on as great scientists, great philosophers. This is the position. So, our real business is to understand Krishna. So, Krishna is explaining himself, then there is no difficulty. If you want to know me, you can imagine so many things. Swamiji may be this, Swamiji may be that, like this, like that. They are all imperfect. But if I tell you about myself openly that I am like this, then your knowledge is perfect. So everyone says there is no God. Somebody says God is there, but he has no form. And somebody says he has any form you like, imagine any form. In this way, speculation is going on all over the world. Actually, they are not interested in God. That is the plain, simple thing. They do not want to know God, and they think there is no need of understanding. But there is the only need to understand God. That they do not know. Therefore, they are called fools and rascals, mura. Mura na bhijanati mame paparam abbayam. So, Krishna therefore left his instruction behind him that these muras, rascals, after studying Bhagavad Gita, they may understand me. I am keeping behind me. So we should take advantage of Bhagavad Gita. And even though we take advantage, we interpret in a different way. The same business is going on, how to kill Krishna. Instead of understanding Krishna, the endeavor is going on to kill Krishna, Asura, just like Kamsa. He was always thinking of Krishna. His sister was pregnant, and it is foretold that the eighth child of your sister will kill him. So he was thinking of Krishna, that the eighth child, but with a purpose to kill him. That is the business of the Asuras. How to wipe out Krishna. Kamsa philosophy. So we haven't got to follow Kamsa philosophy. We have to follow Krishna philosophy. Then our life will be successful. Anukullena Krishnanushilanam bhakti ruttama. Anukullena, favorably. Favorably to think of Krishna. As Krishna says, manvana bhavamad bhakta madhyaji mang namaskuru. This is favorable. Krishna never said that like my uncle Kamsa, you think of me, how to kill me. Krishna does not say that. Krishna says, manvana bhavamad bhakta madhyaji mang namaskuru. That will make your life success. So here also Krishna says, maya sakta mana partha yogam junjan madasa asamsayam samagrang mam yatha gyasasi tachino. My dear John, I have already explained in the 6th chapter that to become first-class yogi, when Arjuna was advised by Krishna to become yogi, Hatha yogi. Hatha yogi means to train the mind how to become Krishna conscious. The mind is disturbed always, this way, that way, mind is going, chanchal, restless. So the Hatha yoga system is meant for persons who are too much under the bodily conception of life, that I am this body. For them, the Hatha yoga is there. So that by practicing several sitting posture, controlling the mind, controlling the senses, they can concentrate on Krishna or Vishnu, the Supreme Lord. This is yoga system. This is real yoga system. Dhyanavastita tadgatina manasa pasyanti jam yogino. Who is the yogi? He is yogi who in meditation, dhyanavastita tadgatina manasa, always thinking of Krishna by the mind, and gradually when he is perfect in samadhi, trance, he can see Krishna. Premanjana charita bhakti vilochanena santa sadaiva hridayeshu vilokayanti jang shama sundaram achinta gunaswarupam govindamadi purusham tamam bhaja. Shama Sundar, you have come to this temple, here is Shama Sundar's form. You see always, come as many times as you like, see the arati, hear the kirtan, see the deity nicely dressed. In this way, the impression of God will be within your mind. Dhyanavastita tadgati. And when you have got this impression, if you always meditate upon Krishna, as Krishna advises, manvana bhavamad bhakta, manvana, always think of me, that is the perfect yoga system. Therefore, at the end of the 6th chapter, Krishna says, Uh, uh, Yoginamapi sarvesam madgata antaratmana. Of all the yogis, the Krishna and Arjuna was talking, Krishna advised Arjuna to become a yogi, but Arjuna said that Krishna, it is not possible for me. Because I am a politician, I am a soldier, I cannot sit down to practice yoga superficially. My mind will be disturbed in political affairs, in state affairs. So, chanchala himmana Krishna pramathi balavadriham. My mind is so restless, it is not possible. Then Krishna, to encourage him, said, yoginamapi sarvesam madgata antaratmana sadhyavan bhajati jumang same yuktatamo. Anyone who is thinking of me always, madgata antaratmana sadhyavan same yuktatamo. He is the first class yogi. So we are trying to make our students the first class yogi. Always think of Krishna. This is our Krishna consciousness movement. And Krishna is also saying the same thing. Maya saktamana prartha yogam. How you can think of Krishna always? That is not possible. Unless you become too much addicted, just like if you love somebody, then you can think of him always. Artificially, if I say you think of Mr. John always, how will be possible? Artificially it is not possible. If you have got some love for Mr. John as a friend, as a lover, or as somebody, or son, or master, or something, then you can think of Mr. John always. Otherwise it is not possible. So that thinking you can revive. There is relationship with you, with Krishna. So you have to revive that relationship. It is not artificial. Just like these European American boys, say, Krishna was unknown to them. They are coming from Christian, Jews. What they had to go do with the Krishna? They had nothing to do. But why they are mad after Krishna? They are no longer mad after anything. They have given up everything simply for preaching in your country. They have come here. They have not come as a businessman to exploit African resources like other Europeans. They have come to distribute Krishna consciousness. Why? Why the responsibility they have taken? Because they have learned to love Krishna. This is the basic reason. Anyone can understand. Otherwise, do you think that poor men, they have come here to earn some money? They are not poor men. The Americans are the richest country. Any third-class man, he earns there 400,000 CD. Any third-class man. And what to speak of the first-class man? This is America. The lowest pay to a person, whatever qualification, must be at least $4,000. This is their law. So how they can be poor? There is no question of poverty in America. Nobody thinks, what shall I do next? I have no money. Money is there on the street. Go and take it and spend. So why they have come here? taking so much troubles, because they love Krishna, they have to help. This is the maya asakta, attached. So we have to increase the attachment. Krishna is already attractive, but we are trying to go away from Krishna. This is our business. Krishna may not touch me. We are so clever that Krishna may not touch me. This is Maya. Big scholars, big politicians, they are writing comments on Krishna's book, Bhagavad Gita, but their aim is very acute, that Krishna may not touch me. This is going on. And then why they are writing on Krishna's book? Now that is their business. Because this book, Gita, is very famous. So if they can distribute their nonsense philosophy through Gita, it will be taken very easily. Otherwise they do not know Krishna, they do not know what is Bhagavad Gita. But they take advantage of the popularity of Bhagavad Gita and push their nonsense philosophy through Bhagavad Gita. The purpose is to kill Krishna. Concept philosophy. So that way they will never get Krishna. They will never understand Krishna. Krishna said that if you want to know me, asamsayam, samagram, if you want to know me in full, completely, without any doubt, then you have to follow this yoga system, maya saptamana prartha, yogam janjan vadas. Otherwise it is not possible. So all these nonsense speculators, we use purposefully nonsense, because there is no sense. Simply speculate. God is unlimited. How your mind is limited? What you can speculate? Maybe like this, maybe like that, that's all. Perhaps it is like this. All simply theoretical. It is never possible to know Krishna, God, perfectly and completely by this speculating method. It is not possible. If you want to know Krishna or God, when you speak of Krishna, God, so then Krishna's formula must be followed. As it is said here, maya saktamana prartha yogam junjan madase. The principal factor is to become attached to Krishna. Attached means become a lover of Krishna. Then you can understand asamsayam without any doubt. Without any doubt. Otherwise, you will find there are so many hundreds of religious systems all over the world. Ask any one of their follower, do you know what is God? They will never be able to answer clearly. Because they do not know God. And if you do not know God, then what is the meaning of your religion? Religion means to know God. Dhanmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. One must know God, and one must know what God desires. That is religion. Just like you must know your government, and you must know what government wants, expects from you. If you do that, then you are a good citizen. And if you don't know what is government, if you do not know what government desires, expects from you, then what is the meaning of your good citizens? There is no meaning. Similarly, to become religious without any clear understanding of God is bogus, is cheating. That is cheating. That is not real. Therefore Krishna said that if you want to know me, asangsayam, without any doubt, God may be personal, impersonal, or this, that, but you must know it perfectly. Don't say, perhaps it may be like this, perhaps may be like. That is imperfect knowledge. That is no knowledge. So therefore Krishna personally says, Maya saktam manat prartha jogam janya. This is a jog. This is the first class jog. Krishna has explained that yoginam api sarvesam madgatantaratmana saddhavan bhajate jumang same. So saddhavan bhajate juma, one who is worshipping Krishna with saddha, with faith, complete faith, bhajate, and serving him. So who is that person? A devotee. Without being a devotee, how with faith and adherence and reverence and obedience you can serve Krishna unless you love Krishna? So maya saktamana prartha, there we have got attraction for so many things in this material world. Somebody has got attraction for his family. Somebody has got attraction for his wife, children. Or somebody has got attraction for some sporting. Or somebody has attraction for his country. So on, so on. We have got attraction. That is not a new thing. We have got attraction. But we have got attraction in different subject matter. Material. So, this yoga system, bhakti yoga system means you should be only attracted by Krishna. That is one. Attraction is there. Nobody can say that I am no attraction for anything. That is false. Everyone has got attraction. If you have nothing to be attracted, then you keep a cat and a dog to be attracted. That is the nature, especially in the Western countries you see. He has no family, but he keeps one pet dog or pet cat because he wants to be attracted by somebody. This is nature. So here Krishna says that you have got already attraction, but in false things which will not exist. You turn that attraction unto me, then you will get pleasure. You are attracted to something for getting some pleasure. So that pleasure is interrupted because we have posed our attraction in some false things. You have to change that attraction to the real thing, Krishna. Then you will be happy. Maya sakta. Maya sakta. Maya to me. Krishna says personally. If you, attraction means you have to engage your mind. Maya sakta mana. Attraction does not come in the air. The mind. Mind fully engaged in something is called attraction. So, this is yoga. Bhakti yoga. And this yoga has to be executed. Krishna said, Madasraya. You have to execute this yoga system, taking shelter of me. Me means either Krishna himself or his representative. Just like Krishna says in the 4th chapter, Evang parampara praptam imang rajarsayo vidu. So, you have to learn this bhakti yoga directly under Krishna or under the direction of Krishna's representative. So if you do this, then asangsaya, without any doubt, and samagra in completeness. Maya satyam asangsayam samagrama jatha gansasi tatsinu. So Krishna will explain item by item how you can increase your attraction for Krishna. Then you will be able to execute the Bhakti Yoga system under the guidance of Krishna directly or directed by his representative. Then it will be successful. So one of the Krishna's representatives, Srila Rupa Goswami, he has defined how this attachment can be increased. He has explained, Adu Sadhya Tato Sadhu Sangha. Adu Sadhya, just like you have come here with some Shraddha, some faith, this is required. And you have to increase this Shraddha, this faith, more and more. How it can be increased? Sadhu Sangha. To intermingle with the persons who are engaged in Krishna consciousness. Adu Sadhya Tatu Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu means he is a devotee of Krishna. Otherwise he is not sadhu. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Apiche sudurachara bhajate mamananna bhak sadhureva samantam. That is sadhu. You cannot create sadhu unless he is devotee of Krishna. Bhajate mamananna bhak. He is sadhu. So if you want to increase your advancement in Krishna consciousness, then you have to intermingle with the person with sadhu, who are sadhu and devotees. Adho sadhya tatho sadhu sangha. But sadhu sangha, then gradually you will be inclined to execute devotional service as the sadhus are doing, chanting Hare Krishna mantra, offering aratri, offering foodstuff, dressing, so many things. Savanam kirtanam Vishnu smaranam pada sevanam archanam bandhanam das. 9 different types of methods. That is called bhajana kriya. And adau sadhya tato sadhu adau bhajana kriya tato anartha nivittisya. Then anartha, all unwanted things which you have learned unfortunately, that will be finished. If you mix with, intermingle with sadhu, then you will be purified, and things which are not required at all, artificially you have learned by bad association, that will be anartha nivittisya. Nobody learns to smoke from the very birth. He has to eat something. He drinks milk, the child. He doesn't say, give me a cigarette. But you have learnt it by bad association. This is called anartha. You have learnt it, drinking tea, coffee, not from the beginning of your life, but by bad association. That this is anartha. So if you engage yourself in devotional service, then these things will disappear automatically. You'll find in our temple, we are cooking so many nice preparations. Perhaps you have tasted some of them, but we are not preparing tea or coffee or meat, nothing. And these are anarthas. What is this necessity? So anartha nivittisya. Then you become purified. Then you become, when anartha nivittisya, when you are free from all these unwanted nonsense things, illicit sex, intoxication, gambling, and meat eating, this is anartha. Then you being purified, then your faith in Krishna becomes confirmed. Anartha nivittisya, adau sadhya tato sadhu sangha, tato bhajana kriya ata anartha nivi tato nishtha. Then you become firmly fixed. Yes, I shall continue Krishna. Nishtha, how this nishtha artificial? No, ruchi, taste. You cannot do without Krishna consciousness. That is called tato nishtha, tato ruchi, tato bhava. Oh, Krishna is so exalted. Sadhukha namayam premna pradudbhavi bhavat krama. This is the step by step increasing perfection of Krishna consciousness, and when you are on the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness, then your human life is perfect. This is Krishna consciousness movement. Thank you very much. We reduce sex because material life means sex. Janamaithunadi grihamedi sukham mitucham. In the material world, not only in the human society, but also in the birds, beasts, animal, insect, everywhere, the sex impulse is very strong. And if you indulge in sex life, then you will be complicated more and more in this material body. This is the law of nature. Therefore, whole Vedic civilization is meant for curtailing sex life. First of all, brahmachari, no sex life. First of all, training is brahmachari. How to train it to remain without sex? That is brahmachari. Tapasa brahmacharjena. Tapasya means to remain brahmachari. This is tapasya. It is very difficult. Therefore it is called tapasya. Because the whole world is attracted by sex life. Pungsang, striya, mithuna, bhava. Whole world, not only in this planet, every planet, even in the demigod's planet. So, this Krishna consciousness movement means not bodily consciousness. The material world means bodily consciousness. How to keep the body in comfortable, but that is not possible. Body means misery. You cannot keep it comfortable. That is Maya. It will never be comfortable, but they are all trying to make it comfortable. This is called Maya. Kleshada asadeha. So long you will have a material body, you will have to suffer. So this Krishna consciousness movement is not on the bodily platform, it is on the spiritual platform. To come to the spiritual platform, it is necessary that you reduce or make need sex life. So, if one remains brahmachari throughout the whole life, it becomes very easy for him to go back to home, back to God. This is the secret. Therefore the whole Vedic civilization is based on, first of all, brahmachari, no sex life. Grihastha, that is also very regulated. Only for begetting child one can have sex life. Father and mother, man and woman. So, dharma viruddha kamosmi in the Bhagavad Gita, I will find Krishna saying the sex life which is prescribed by the religious system, that is I am. Otherwise, it is illicit sex. So illicit sex, there is punishment. These things are there. So tapasya means tapasa brahmacharjena Samena damena va. We have to control. The more one controls, he becomes advanced in spiritual culture. The yoga system means yoga indriya samyama. Yoga means how to control the senses. This is yoga system. Therefore Krishna says, Maya sakta manakpat. So, sex indulgence is against spiritual advancement of life. Therefore you have seen that the brahmachari, they go, they become very easy to enter into the spiritual kingdom. So that you can do here also. If you increase your attraction for Krishna, then naturally you lose attraction for sex. That is Krishna consciousness. Therefore Krishna's name is Madan Mohan. Madan means sex life. You can enchant him, Madan. So these are things which the devotee will learn by studying the literature. But even without studying, if you sincerely chant Hare Krishna mantra under regulation, everything, all good qualification will come.
You said that if we ask the other religious sects, what is God?
Nothing to do with any physiological and anatomical. We have to see that we are advancing in Krishna consciousness. So we have to eat something, we have to eat the remnants of foodstuff taken by Krishna. Prasade sarvadukhanam hani rasya upaya. That is our policy. We do not see to the physiological and anatomical condition. That is not our business. That is automatically done.
Brahma is mentioned Krishna consciousness, the first living entity. And in the Bible faith, or Christian faith, Adam and Eve are mentioned the first living beings. Now, my question is that in Krishna consciousness, is there any part where they mention Adam and Eve in Krishna consciousness?
It says that according to Krishna consciousness philosophy, the first living being was Brahma. And in the Christian Bible, it says Adam was the first man. So he wants to know if in Krishna consciousness scriptures there is any mention of Adam.
So why you want to tally with Bible and Krishna consciousness literature? Do you think that Krishna consciousness literature has to tally with Bible? There is first living being, Brahma. And Brahma was also married capable. So you can take it as Adam and Eve, that's all. Why do you want 10% tally? But this nonsense theory that there was a monkey, first of all, in Darwin's theory, and from monkey human being has come. This is nonsense. So, any other question?
So in some of the religions, the guru, if someone wants to be his disciple, he is being given a sort of beads by the guru himself. Is it possible to get beads through your worship?
Yes, that is our process. When we accept a disciple, we give him beats, we give him direction.
Thank you, sir.
In this mantra, we chant for Krishna and Rama both. But this movement glorifies the Krishna's pastime and not much of Rama. If we chant
Yes,
equally for Krishna,
there is Vaishnavas. Ramayana is also approved. Ramayana is also Vedic literature. Valmiki Ramayana, not any other. So we discuss Valmiki Ramayana. In the Bhagavad there is discussion about Ramchandra's activities. So we are giving Srimad Bhagavatam. There is Ramchandra's activities there. Where is Ramchandra, which planet he is now, that is also described in the Bhagavatam. See, it is not that we are without Ram. And our direct worshipable Rama is Balaram, Krishna Balaram. We have opened the temple of Krishna Balaram in Vrindavan. So Rama is there. Ramadi murtisu kalaniyamena tishtan nana avatar makarat bhuvaneshu. Krishna has got many incarnations. Rama is also one of them. So when we speak of Krishna, it means including all the incarnations. Rama, Nishinga, Varaha, everything. Ramadi, therefore Ramadi, taking Rama as the original. Murtishu, in such forms, Ramadi Murtishu, Kalaniyamena Tishtan. He is existing. Krishna is not alone. He is always existing with his different incarnations. Rama, Nishinga, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, so many. So either you worship Krishna or Rama, Nishinga, Varaha, Matsya, Kurma, anyone you can worship. Don't say that don't worship Rama. You never say. Because Rama and Krishna are the same. We shall, in future we have got a hope, we shall start a Ram Lakshan Murti in some temple. That is our worshipable deity. We have got in my room Lord Ramchandra's Murti, Sitaram. So it is not that we are neglecting worship of Ramchandra. There is. Yes, somebody else.
Srila Prabhupada, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, is control of everything, all the universe, everything. So why is having this difficulty to help him? Because his control of everything, and we have got power to control all the universe. And we wonder how we have got this difficulty, which stands for different universe. Why he can control this universe?
He can control everyone, but he has given little freedom that it does not interfere the freedom given to you. Otherwise he can control. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, you'll find, after explaining Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, he's giving the freedom to Arjuna. Jate chasi tatha kuru. Whatever you like you do. He's supreme controller, he can force him to do it, but he doesn't do that. The little independence you have got, you have to utilize it favorably. Therefore, Krishna says, Sarvadharman parityajya mamekang saranang braja. You do this. He can possibly make me to do that, but he doesn't do that. Because he has given little independence. And he wants that voluntarily you surrender, not by force. That is what. Otherwise it is not that he cannot control you. He can control everyone.
Srila Prabhupada, when we are preaching to Christian people or to Muslim people, is there advantage in being familiar with their scriptures or simply Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam?
We are not preaching to Christian or Hindu or Muslim. We are preaching to human being. We do not see here is a Christian, here is a Muslim, here is a Hindu, here is a white man, here is a black man. No. Every living being, his duty is to understand God. This is our preaching. This is our preaching, that you are living being, you are part and parcel of Krishna. This designation that you are Hindu, you are Muslim, you are Christian, you are this, these are all designations. Actually, you are living being, part and parcel of Krishna. Therefore, your main duty is to understand Krishna. This is our preaching. We are not going to convert Hindu into Muslim, Muslim into Christian. No, that is not. That is not our view. He may think that he is Christian, he is Hindu, he is Muslim, but we think that he is a spirit soul, part and parcel of God. That is stated in the Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavihastini Sunichita Sapake Pandita Samadarushina. If one is learned Pandit, he does not see Hindu, Muslim, Christian. I went to America. I did not go there to turn the Christian to become Hindu. No, I never said that. Did I say anyone that you are Christian, you become Hindu? No. Never I said. That is not my business.
Just now you said we are all part and parcel of God. What would you say is God?
That we have explained what is God. Asangsayang samagrang man jathagayasya tatchinu. You have to become God conscious, then you'll understand what is God. It is not a so trifle thing you ask me and 1 minute you understand God. That is foolishness. You have to study the science of God. God is not so cheap. Manusyanam sahasreshu kaschid jatati siddhaye jatatam api siddhanam kaschid vetti mam tattva. Out of many thousands of men, one wants to become perfect. And out many millions of perfect men, one can understand God. So God is not so cheap. Therefore Krishna recommends, Maya saktamana pratha yogam junjan madasa asangsayam samagrang ma yathagayasya. If you want to know God without any doubt, completely, then you have to adopt this yoga. So first of all come to the yoga, then speak of God, understanding. It is not so cheap thing.
Krishna consciousness is the oldest teachings of God or Krishna.
Yes, that is Maya Saptamana. That is explained.
Bhagavad Gita was written about 5,000 years ago.
No, you have not read Bhagavad Gita. Did you read?
Our scriptures, all the scriptures.
No, did you read Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah, already some.
Then why do you say like that? 5,000
All the
years.
scriptures were written 5,000 years ago.
What does he say?
How comes in the educational, theological records, Krishna consciousness is not mentioned like other religions?
Krishna consciousness is always there. You are calculating with reference to your age. But Krishna consciousness is there in the 4th chapter. You read, Imang vivassate yugam prathamanaham. I spoke this Krishna consciousness science, first of all to the sun God. Then, how do you say, for 5,000 years? And there is reference to the mono. And if you take all these references calculation, then it becomes that 40 millions of years ago, Bhagavad Gita was spoken by Krishna to the sun God. Have you got 40 millions history? You haven't got even 5,000 years history. Your history is so imperfect. So don't bring